Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 237. Today we're going to be talking about low-cost ways to reward yourself. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the show. Are you in the mood to learn something new? Well, Skillshare is now offering 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. Unlock a passion, side hustle, or new professional skill with thousands of classes in design, business, and more. Start your 1 month free trial now by using the link within the podcast notes for this episode. There's no commitment and you can cancel at any time. So why not go ahead and learn a new skill that you have always wanted to have? So today I wanted to talk about ways we can reward ourselves that do not have to cost money or that don't cost that much money. I think we just need to kind of remind ourselves sometimes that rewarding ourselves does not have to be expensive, and we can definitely reward ourselves for things that we've accomplished without feeling like we have to spend a lot of money to do that. It's totally up to you how you would like to reward yourself with something. And there's so many ways that we can reward ourselves for little or no cost. So I just wanted to talk about a few ideas of some things that I thought of. But you can kind of come up with so many different ideas just based on what makes you happy. And it's more about recognizing what you've done that can be the reward in and of itself, rather than having to feel like there needs to be money involved or even a specific activity involved. Sometimes, if you say you achieve a goal, I don't know, maybe you're trying to save up for something and you hit that goal, and you're super excited about it, or it doesn't even have to be a financial goal, any type of thing you've been working towards. Maybe you've been trying to exercise so many days a week or whatever. Even just acknowledging that and telling your family, hey, I had this goal, I met the goal this week, I'm so excited, this is great. Even just doing that and just pointing it out and recognizing it, that is a reward too. So I feel like a lot of our rewards and celebrations for doing things are really more about acknowledging it and speaking about it, even than the things we do or buy to kind of acknowledge those. So some ideas for ways you can reward yourself without spending a lot of money. One of them that I thought of was having a day to rest. So often we're working on all these different goals and just kind of trying to always get things done. And it can be a really nice reward for ourselves if we say, okay, if we meet this goal, we're going to have a day to just rest. And resting doesn't have to mean, laying on the couch or, not getting out of bed for the day. Resting, having a day of rest can just be blocking out the calendar so that you don't have anything else that's going to come on your schedule for that day. You're not going to have a to-do list for that day. And then you just do whatever you want to do. I mean, maybe that might be, going out to a park and going for a walk, or maybe it is sitting on the couch and watching movies, or it's really just having a day that's free for you to do whatever you would like to do that would allow you to feel like you had a day of rest and not, working or trying to accomplish other things. Another idea is to take a road trip. You could do a search online for some attractions that are in a reasonable driving distance. It could be a park in your area that you've never been to. Maybe there's a little local museum. A lot of times we've found free events on Facebook, our local Facebook groups, or they usually have events that you can search that'll kind of just show you ones that are in your local area. Sometimes there's little art shows or little craft fairs, or there's often a lot of things that are nearby that you can take a little road trip to go find something that's fun to do, and that can be a little reward just to kind of make it a point to get out for the day. And then if you don't want to spend money on food while on your trip, just pack a little lunch to bring with you, or at least bring some water so you don't have to spend a lot of money on drinks or whatever, however you want to do it. If you're really trying to hold back on the spending or the cost of the day, then just figure out ways to maybe bring some snacks or some food with you depending on how long you're going to be out there. Another fun way a way that I find fun is taking a trip to get a special drink. So if you don't get special drinks on a regular basis, it can be a nice treat to just go take a drive and get one. I guess what I consider like a special drink is like maybe like the latest seasonal drink at Starbucks, or at like maybe you have like a little local coffee shop that has like their own types of flavors or whatever. If you enjoy wine or beer, maybe go pick up something a little bit higher end than you would normally get and just try it out. Things like that can be fun and relatively inexpensive. You can have a game night. Planning out a game night can be really fun. You know, maybe if you're trying to, I don't know, like save up for a vacation maybe. Say if you're trying to save up for a vacation and you meet the goal and you save up the money and you want to kind of celebrate, like, hey guys, we have this money for a vacation. That might be fun reward to have a game night when you hit that goal, because then you can talk to your family about this, how you accomplished this goal, and now your family's going to go on a vacation or whatever. But anyway, or you know, maybe you're saving up for something else for the family, like a home improvement you want to do or something like that. But having a game night can be a fun reward because it gets everyone together. And again, while you're playing those games, you can talk about the goal that you achieved and kind of bring it into the night and make it like fun to say like, hey, this is so cool, we did this, and you know, we're gonna have fun and have this like game night to celebrate. You know, even just planning out the game night can be fun, can be kind of like rewarding. Because you can like tell everyone, you know, Friday we're going to do this game night. Make sure you don't have any other plans. You can maybe pick up a new board game or pick up a new deck of cards, get some fun snacks, maybe something new to try. And then again with the drinks, you know, maybe get a couple of your favorite drinks. I know like we don't have soda a lot in our house. We mostly just drink like water and stuff. So if I get like soda, it's like, oh yay, we have soda, you know. So just like those little things you can kind of add to having a little game night, and it can just make it really fun and feel kind of like a celebration. Another one that I thought of, this is kind of weird, but if you're just trying to like treat yourself to something, I think that it's fun to get new socks. Like, I know that sounds kind of funny, but like, am I the only one that loves like brand new socks? What made me think of this is I recently got some Kohl's Cash, and I wanted to use it to get something useful and fun. I always just try and get like the best value out of it. I don't want to just spend it on something random. Like if I get Kohl's Cash, I can go spend on something. So I decided, I'm going to get socks with it. And I was so excited when I like came home. I found some really comfortable socks that were really cute. And I would think most people would like new socks. So that's like a nice little like comfort treat you can kind of give yourself, is to go get some new like comfy socks. So anyway, maybe it's just me, but I would think some people would like that. Another idea is to bake a dessert. If you like to bake, maybe try to make something you've never attempted before. It can be fun to try making something new and then just kind of see how it comes out. And if you're not up to making something new, then maybe just make an old favorite recipe, or you know, maybe something you haven't made in a while. Order in dinner. If you don't already order in dinner a lot, I know our family does not order in a lot. It's very rare when we do. It's usually for someone's birthday. On an occasion, we will just have one of those crazy nights, and I'll say, okay, I just can't cook. We have to order in pizza or whatever. But it's really rare for us to order in dinner. So ordering in, if you don't order in a lot, can be a real treat. You know, maybe try somewhere new. A lot of times, again, with the Facebook, but I'll look on our local Facebook page, and so many times people are looking for restaurant recommendations. So you can get a really good idea of some new places that you haven't ordered from before. And, you know, it's fun to try something new, and it's fun to order in dinner. So that's definitely always an option for a way to reward yourself. Now that is a little bit more of a cost, because ordering dinner can be a little expensive, but it's not like super expensive, and it's definitely less expensive than going out to dinner, where you then have a tip to pay, and then a lot of times people will get like drinks while they're out to dinner. So like when we order in, we just have whatever we have to drink at home. We're just basically ordering the food, and a lot of times we'll pick it up. So while you do tip when you pick it up, it's going to be less than if you go out and sit down for a whole meal. Have a YouTube learning day. I think this is really fun for like a way to reward yourself, because I know there's always something that I want to learn about, even like with the podcast. Like I'm trying to learn how to do Pinterest properly and how to grow my Instagram, and like, I don't know, there's just always different things, and not related to the podcast too, just in my regular life. Like there's always something that I want to learn about. And sometimes it can be fun to just spend some time searching on YouTube for those things, or other online resources. There's lots of online courses and things like that. And you'd be surprised how much you can learn on YouTube and from other free online courses, about different topics. You're probably not going to get like everything, but you can definitely get a good start and kind of start to get an idea of where you need to go to get more information if it's something that you really want to get into more. So I think that's a fun way, because it's more about just like planning that day out and saying, okay, I'm going to do this day at this time, and like making it like a little reward for yourself. Because I don't know, I think it's so fun to just listen to courses or people like explaining things that's something that I want to learn about, and I'll get like my drink and I'll get my little notepad and start making notes of things that I want to remember to look into, and it can be a fun thing to do for yourself. Another one is watch the sunrise and get breakfast. So it can be really fun to get up early and go to a nice location where you can watch the sunrise. And it definitely feels special because it's not something you would normally do. I think. I know we don't go watch the sunrise often. Maybe some people do. But if it's not something that you normally do, it's really kind of neat to like get out when it's like still dark out and like go to a location and then wait for the sun to rise. And, depending on how much, if you did want to spend a little bit, maybe after you watch the sunrise, you can go out for breakfast. Or if not, maybe just pick up something for breakfast, maybe just something quick like some bagels or something that doesn't cost a lot, and bring it home and then have breakfast. Let's see. Oh, another idea was spending a day doing research on a place you'd like to visit. It can be really fun to spend time planning things you would like to see one day. So you could take it further than just the location even. Like, you can do research on specific activities or things you'd actually like to see when you do get to visit that place one day. And you can save all that information so that you can access it later. So that's really fun. I always think it's really fun to do like a day where you're just going to kind of like research a place that you'd like to visit one day and kind of gather up information. So like I said, these were just some ideas. It's really not so much about what you actually do. It's really just about making sure you are acknowledging what your reward is for. So like it might seem odd to say, oh, I'm going to watch YouTube for a day, not a day, but whatever, for a few hours and learn about a topic because I met this savings goal. Like it's kind of like, well, what's the relation? But it's more like, this is something I would really like to do. So I'm going to reward myself by putting aside some time to do that because I focused and I met this goal. So anything can be treated as a reward. It's just tying in some activity or some fun thing that you want to do with the fact that you're saying, I'm going to recognize this activity for myself as a reward because I achieved this other thing. You can even say like, I got this iced latte because I stayed on budget for the last 2 weeks. So you were maybe going to get that iced latte anyway. But if you kind of tie it in with something that you achieved, it just makes it feel more special. So you want to acknowledge the reason that you're treating yourself, and almost anything can be turned into a reward. So just kind of think about any little things that you might like to do that don't have to cost a lot of money. You don't have to go out for a big fancy dinner every time something special happens. You can just make little tiny things that you want to do, and making it a point to set aside time for yourself to do those things. You can turn those into rewards by just connecting the two and saying, I'm going to give myself time to do this because I achieved this goal. So that's it for today. I hope that maybe you can think of some things that you can use for rewards that don't have to cost a lot. And I hope that you all really do take some time to acknowledge the things that you accomplish and maybe tie them into these little things, because it's really important to recognize the things that we accomplish, even when they're small little things, because it really helps keep us moving forward on other things we want to accomplish, and it just makes it fun too. It's fun to celebrate. So don't forget to celebrate those little things. So as always, you can email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. You can find blog posts for each episode on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And you can also join our private listeners group on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. If you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram. I just had 2 people do this last week, and I was so excited because no one has actually done that yet. So it was really neat to get the little notification that someone tagged my show, and I saw the little screenshot, and I sent them a little message thanking them. It was really neat. So thank you, you guys who did that. That was really fun for me. And also, if you can take a couple seconds to rate and review the podcast, that would be super helpful. That's what helps the show get seen by more people and help me grow my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.